Well, many people over the age of 50 and certainly over 60 would tell you that the best high school football team that Rockford has ever produced was the 1974 East RABs. They were the Class 4A state champions that fall. They're the focus of our Glory Days segment. Now, the RABs went 13-0 that season. It was no surprise. They'd gone 9-0 the year before in 1973. That year, there were no playoffs. The first year was 1974, and the timing could not have been better for this talented team. There were 12 players on East who received all-conference honors in the Big Nine. 2 players made All-State, flanker Ira Matthews and defensive lineman Stuart Walker. Walker also was named a Parade All-American. East also had the conference's leading passer, Dean Schluter. 3 players on that team were eventually selected in the NFL Draft in 1979. Walker, Matthews, and tight end defensive lineman Jerry Holloway. A 4th, defensive back and running back Russell Pope, got a tryout with 2 NFL teams. That team also featured future Wisconsin Badger offensive lineman George Wodowitz, plus talented fullback Joe Black and defensive lineman Lonnie Washington. The head coach was Bob Pellant. In the state championship game, East whipped the normal Ironmen 34-15. Matthews scored 3 touchdowns in that game. Joining us now on the phone from his home near Houston, Texas, is Ira Matthews. And Ira, as I mentioned, 1974 was the first year of the playoffs. That had to be an exciting time to know that you would get to participate in a postseason. Do you remember what your reaction was when you found out a playoff system was being added?
We must have been sophomores when they devised the plan for first ever Illinois State Championship. But you know, even at that time, we was undefeated freshman year, sophomore year. So we figured couldn't nobody beat us anyway. We had a good chance.
Were you guys basically a running team, or what style did you play?
We could run the ball. We could pass the ball. We audibled with me and Russell Pope, Joe Black in the backfield. There was never one person you could key on.
There was so much talent in the offensive backfield. Was it hard to share the ball and keep everybody happy?
Well, basically, one of the coaches devised a system where if the strong side of the flanker was going to be right, I would be the flanker. And if the flanker was going to be left, Russell would be the flanker, because we both could run and catch. So that sort of helped us get a situation where we all sort of shared the touches.
Now, you scored 3 touchdowns in the championship game. Do you recall any of those?
Yeah, the first one might have been my second carry. I went about 40 yards on the sweep. And then the third time, I think, this all in the first half, I touched the ball. We were supposed to be sweeping again, but I reversed fields. And I think I went 80-something on that one. So, and the other one I scored was a pass, 5-yard out. Although I ran a punt back, they called that back because they claimed Stuart Walker clipped somebody. So technically, I had 4 touchdowns in the state game.
And Stuart Walker sounds like he was amazing on defense. He had 150 tackles and 17 sacks that year. What was he like as a player? How would you describe him?
But Stuart was a Parade All-American defense. And man, I saw Stu do what he did when we was youngsters at Booker T. Washington. And his nickname was Stu Buckus. You know Dick Buckus? So how you get that name as a kid? Yeah, I mean, nothing he did surprise.
After you guys won the championship, there was a caravan to the high school, and they threw a big pep rally for the team that night. I understand the gym was packed. Do you recall that?
It was great. You know, we had great fouling, and you know, we had a lot of people came downstate to see the game, and so we had a good camaraderie with the students and athletes. In class of '75, we still get together, hang out. I think our class reunion, there still might be 200-300 people come.
Our thanks to Ira Matthews for joining us. That East team had to be something to see. Matthews, by the way, won a Super Bowl with the Raiders during the 1980 NFL season. He now is retired and living near Houston. Coming up next.